Do you think CFA Institute is fully transparent?
There is a lot of hidden cost that when you are enrolling for CFA Institute, any program, you should account for.
Do you think this is a rich man's degree?
I'll not say it's a rich man's degree, but I'll say if you cannot pursue it financially, don't unnecessarily put pressure on your parents.
What's the smartest money saving hack that you have seen students
Yes.
use?
It might go against as a educational institute, but I'll tell you how you can plan it smartly.
In India specifically, is CFA worth the money?
All the metro cities that are in India, you can make really good career. And a lot of students also pursue CFA to move abroad.
What was your biggest sacrifice?
I'll say definitely it is time. Though lately my family have also learned that.
Have you met students who have paid the fees but never really showed up for the exam?
I call it as last day fever or last week fever. One or two candidates I have met, they've done this stupidity.
What would be the most heartbreaking money decision?
I have one example. There is a girl, she was a.
If tomorrow the CFA fees is doubled, would you still recommend? If ROI is the theme, what will be your honest verdict on the real cost?
My advice will be always chase what you are good at. Money will eventually fall.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the ROI show, where we are going to decode the real return on investment of one of the most globally recognized certificates, CFA. And today, our co-founder, CA FRM, Mr. Yash Jain himself is going to break down what every CFA aspirant Googles but never fully understands: the true cost of doing the CFA program. Hello Yash.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, so how do you feel today? Like the tables have turned. We have seen you taking podcasts a lot. How does it feel to be on the hot seat right now?
It's a bit different, but looking forward to it. I am generally the one asking questions.
Right.
Hopefully, I can add value today by answering a lot of questions.
Of course you would. So when let's start basic. When the students see the fees on the website, is that the real cost of the program or just the starting point, we can say?
For CFA, I'll say I can divide entire journey into three parts. One is the monetary fees that you pay that is visible on the CFA Institute's website.
Right.
That is approximately $1,250 plus GST on top of it. Let's say 1,15,000 for early bird, and if it is a standard registration, around 1,50,000. That is just the starting point. Then on top of it, most of the students go for a prep provider, so that fees adds up. Then you also have to sacrifice a lot of weekends, so non-monetary fees is also there. You'll be attending class. After that, you also need to pay for the material, calculator. Other than this, on the exam day, you have to move. Most of the times you have to move to a particular place. If it is, the center is not near your dwelling, so you have to go there, and then hotel charges, accommodation also adds up. So it's just the starting point, but that's the major fees that you have to pay monetarily.
Right, right. So if we talk about the CFA Institute, it will come on to the things that you have mentioned. But do you think CFA Institute is fully transparent about all the costs involved?
See, CFA Institute is an organization that is going to give you a certificate. So at their end, whatever you have to pay to the institute directly, they are transparent about it. But there is a lot of hidden cost that when you are enrolling for CFA Institute, any program, you should account for. Like in case you are not able to give exam, there is a deferment fees that you have to pay, or rescheduling fees that you have to pay.
Right.
Other than this, sometimes you plan that I'll pass exam in the first go, but you may not, because the pass rate generally is 40% probability you will pass and 60% you will not pass. So keep that provision. What if I fail an exam once? right? So all these costs over the period adds up. So CF Institute on their part is transparent, but when you are planning, make sure you keep that extra provision. What if I fail in exam? What if I have to defer the exams?
Mm-hmm. So the student don't just need to go through the Google, they need to do their due diligence as well regarding all the things involved, or when
Yeah.
they go into preparation,
Yes.
then
So
only.
any exam, this is a finance exam,
Hmm.
but in general also any exam, it's a very personal decision that you are taking. CFA program for someone could be very affordable, for someone could be extremely expensive. They have to work entire year to arrange for the fees.
Correct.
So what I generally suggest student is keep it like a personal exercise you are doing.
Mm.
Firstly, be very sure you want to give exam, and after that arrange for the means that will help you to give exam. Now that may take for someone maybe a month or for someone maybe an year. So plan next 3 4 years. It's not that you're only planning one attempt of exam, planning how you are going to take care of it over next 3 to 4 years, because generally candidates like take around 2 years 3 years to complete the curriculum.
Right, as you yourself have prepared for CFA and went through the journey, what do you think is the biggest surprise for the aspirants who have just started paving their way with the journey?
Okay, so first of all, like, because a lot of awareness is there because of
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, or people are surfing internet, so monetarily there is no major surprise. The surprises occurs mainly because you have false expectations about the curriculum,
Okay.
or you're not prepared to devote enough time, because
Mm-hmm.
saying that I'll study 6 months every day 2 hours, it's very easy,
Mm-hmm.
but every day you have to control your urge of maybe not spending time with your family members, devoting more times on weekends, not being able to follow your hobby.
Mm-hmm.
So that accumulates over 6 months. You end up missing out a lot of things that is happening in your life. So one is be mentally prepared to sacrifice because you want to try to achieve something great. Number two, monetarily also the surprise will come if in case you are not able to clear exam,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't end up giving exam, then you have to reschedule. So these two are major surprises. Other than this, one more part that I generally ask students to be prepared for is whenever you are doing CFA, now the world have changed a lot. Having a qualification earlier used to be the goal, that I'll achieve this and then my life is sorted. Now that is the starting point. I want this bare minimum, then I need to learn additional skills. So it for CFA candidates, CFA Institute have introduced practical skill module, but that is also not sufficient enough. So you
Correct.
have to make extra provision like while learning or after clearing exams. Make sure you develop certain skills like financial modeling, valuations. So if in case you don't do this, and let's say you completed level 1, level 2, and then a surprise or shock comes that I am still not employable.
Right.
So it's better you start preparing it while CFA journey. You are preparing for CFA exams.
So, considering all the costs that are involved that you have just mentioned, like it takes a toll on their mental stress. Also, they have to be away from their families. They have to sacrifice on the time as well. So, do you think this is a rich man's degree, or it's just a perception or a myth around?
Okay, so I'll dive into economics for this. It is like, see, rich man's degree monetarily, it is slightly difficult for a student or maybe who is in years of their career to shell out 4 5 lakh rupees from their pocket. But ROI is also very good with CFA qualification.
Hmm.
Even after level 1, while like you are preparing for CFA exams, you can earn back that amount that you have paid to register. So I'll not say it's a rich man's degree, but I'll say if in case you are parallelly pursuing something, maybe you are working, then it becomes very easy to shell out that money over the course of 3 4 years. But if you are just depending on your parents, that lot of students generally do, that they will shell out 4 5 lakh rupees. Now it boils down to that. If your father or your family can support that extra 4 5 lakh rupees, then pursue it. Otherwise, I generally suggest the candidates. If you cannot pursue it financially, don't unnecessarily put pressure on your parents or elder ones in your family. You start working immediately after your college, maybe in some distant or unrelated field. You gather experience there, collect your money, and then start preparing for CFA. And you don't need 1.5 lakh rupees to prepare for CFA.
Right.
Just get the books or maybe enroll with a prep provider like us. That will cost maybe 20-30 thousand. It's far lesser than maybe 1.5 lakh rupees you have to spend. Then start preparing and over the period accumulate that amount.
Right, right. So have you seen students quit halfway the journey? Like they are fully
Hmm.
motivated, they want to start the preparation,
Hmm.
but then they come to us, like inquire about it.
Hmm.
They come to the counselors, they inquire about the fees, and they get it as a shocker. Like, oh my God, now this is the fees. This is the amount that we have to like accumulate around the years. So do you think like it's the case, or how do they manage, or how should they manage, I should ask?
Okay. So generally students don't quit around level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if they have to quit, they will give one attempt and they will quit.
Okay.
So generally 90-95% of the candidates will not give more than 2 to 3 attempts.
Right.
So I generally say candidates consider the first attempt as the best attempt. Otherwise, after this, you will try once more and it will become vicious cycle. And beyond 2 to 3 attempts, no one is going to shell out because it's very expensive. No one is going to spend that much money. So your dream of becoming CFA will be decided in first, second attempt. If you are
Hmm.
able to clear first level, you will move on to other one. What a lot of working professionals do is they are busy get like after clearing level 1 or level 2, you get busy with your work. So after level 2, they don't get time to appear for level 3. And then they keep on pushing, and then there is syllabus update. They join some prep provider with the intent that now I'm going to give exam. They get busy. So ultimately, in between, lot of students drop out.
Okay.
But this is one is the reason is failure, and another reason is they are doing well in their career and they are not getting time.
Hmm.
That's why I generally suggest you don't decide that I'll give level 1 exam in this particular attempt. Decide I'll give level 1 here, level 2 next year, and level 3 after that. In
Okay.
next 2 to 3 years, I have to complete. There is no partial CFA designation, right? Either you are a CFA or not a CFA.
Hmm.
So make sure you complete whatever qualification you are starting. There are dropouts that are happening, and after 2 to 3 attempts, if you fail continuously or not able to clear, maybe this is not the course for you. Then I suggest candidates maybe look for something else.
Okay. So as we are talking about the return,
Yes.
so you said there is no partial
Hmm.
CFA. So can we say after CFA level 1 or level 2,
Hmm.
we can expect some return year
Yes.
on year?
Yes.
So how?
So see, it's a distance learning course.
Right.
To every student who is watching this right now and in general who connects with me in class or over the doubt sessions, etc., always the suggestion is with CFA you have to work. It's a
Mm-hmm.
distance learning program
Right.
meant for studying and doing something else. So if you're a college student, then obviously you can't work.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have completed your college, it's your job plus CFA. That's the best combination. Don't sit at home and then just pursue CFA. Otherwise 2-3 years you'll just be sitting at home and you will not gain actual maybe communication skill, presentation
Right.
skills. How do you interact with people? How do you develop whatever product industry you are working in, right?
Right.
So keep working along with CFA.
Okay, so what's the smartest money saving hack that you have seen students
Yes.
use without hurting their prep quality?
Okay, so I'll give out.
Mm-hmm.
So like it might go against as a educational institute, but I'll
Okay.
tell you how you can plan it smartly.
Hmm.
Create a small study circle of 3 to 5 candidates, not beyond that. Otherwise, it becomes a party.
Mm-hmm.
3 to 5 candidates.
Hmm.
Create a small study circle, preferably in the batch in which you are currently studying,
Okay.
right? Or someone like maybe a college
Hmm.
group can form that. Then you decide who will arrange for what resource and we'll shell out equal money. So
Right.
like there are a lot of education prep providers who give 2 licenses, 3 licenses also, maybe at some incremental cost,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So 5 students arranging for like say 3, 4, 5 licenses.
Mm-hmm.
Incrementally they will have to pay lesser, or they buy question banks together. One person can pitch in for question bank, others contribute to him. Same thing they can do with maybe some material that the books you need for your self study. There are a lot of extra material, extra courses that students try to do it. So arrange that material in a group and then keep circulating while preparing, right? Other than this, mocks is done, calculator books, etc. you need separately,
Correct.
but also create that cohesive ecosystem in your group. If someone is getting some resource, let's say I bought a book on stock markets, I share it because CFA curriculum is linked with whatever you are going to study in that book.
Correct.
So don't keep it to yourself. Maybe you can come together and pitch in for the book.
Right.
So doing it this way saves a lot of money because let's say one mock exam that you are purchasing from CFA Institute or someone else also, it costs around $200-$300. For one person, it's a large amount, but you divide it in group of five, it's like 3,000-4,000 rupees per person. That helps you to save a lot of money.
Yeah, that's very insightful, I think. So, does a student actually saves money by preparing themselves, or they need to incur a lot more cost after failing the exam?
Okay. So I guess if I'm able to get the question correctly,
Mm-hmm.
should they prepare by themselves
Yes.
and save some money,
Hmm.
but with the higher risk of not clearing the exam or join a prep provider,
Correct.
right? Okay. So I generally say if you can afford it, so go for prep provider. It is like an insurance fees that you are paying, right?
Correct.
And like any good institute, like whosoever you decide to join, they will not only teach you what is written in your books. And CFA curriculum itself is also very wide. So you're not only paying for learning whatever is given in the book, but everyone, like we at Quintedge or any other good prep provider, is also giving the information far beyond the course. Teacher will share his personal experience. So my suggestion generally is take it as an insurance. But if you have done some professional course, like if you're a chartered accountant, you don't generally need the help of prep provider, then maybe you can do things on your own. But what I have noticed is if someone is a highly qualified person, they will be generally having lesser time. They'll have very ambitious goal. I want to clear exam in 2 months, 3 months, because they come up with the thought that I have already achieved so much, so CFA I can look down upon. So generally for these professionals, I say, okay, you can go without prep provider, but otherwise it is better if you are a student or if someone who is coming from extremely different background, go for a prep provider. That ecosystem will help you because maybe generally the coaching fees is around 25 to 35,000 rupees.
Right.
If you fail once, you have to pay $1,000. That is almost double of or more than double of what you have to pay. So consider this as an insurance.
Right, right. So, if a student plans everything carefully, how much money should they expect to spend from level 1 to level 3?
Mm, so assuming, because the question assumes that everything is well planned,
Correct.
so ballpark figure is around $6,000.
Okay.
Breakup of this will be you are spending 1250, and 1250, around $3,750 on the institute registration, and then there is GST on top of it. So let's say $4,000. Then another $1,000 to $2,000 I have kept for material, calculator, other like in case you flunk the exam, you have to give, and assuming you will flunk exam once, so you have to give it again, and then you have to arrange for travel, accommodation, extra mocks that you might end up buying.
Right.
So keep this 5,000 to 6,000 is a ballpark figure. In Indian currency, let's say around 5 lakh rupees. Now it's not 1 year investment that you are doing, right? You have to
Right.
do it over 2 to 3 years, depending on at what pace you want to complete the exam. So on an average, annual cost will be, let's say, around 1.75 lakh rupees.
Okay. So, let's come on the return side.
Yes.
In India specifically, is CFA worth the money compared to the salaries and opportunities it brings?
So CFA, I'll divide this in two parts. See, any course ROI depends on what you do after taking the course.
Right.
If you have pursued degree in finance, or let's take a easier example, if I have done, let's say, 3 years I have devoted to learn cooking, and after completing that course I decide to go for swimming,
Right.
I will not be able to make that great money. But if I decide to move into maybe become a chef, then I'll be able to make good money, right? So it is two part thing, what institute is teaching you and how you decide to utilize it. Now, for some person, ROI could be very high. For some person, ROI could be very low. In general, after studying CFA, a lot of fields are available to you in which any domain within finance, other than few specific one like risk management, they are open for someone who have completed their CFA. They can make the entire amount back while they are pursuing CFA. So, like it's 5 lakh rupees that we discussed few minutes back. So 5 lakh rupees, if you start working after level 1 or maybe after college while you are preparing for level 1, I think you can make it back in 2 to 3 years very easily. Right? Even like less than that, because as you progress with your CFA preparation, your work experience is also increasing. So after every level, incremental gains of 2, 3, 4, 5 lakh rupees in your salary is very nominal, right? So it can be like ROI wise, I don't think there is any course like this. While pursuing, you can make the amount of investment that you are going to make in future. So ROI wise, it is good, really decent in India also.
Okay, so which regions or job markets you think will give value for money to a CFA charter holder?
Okay, so like India specifically or globally?
India specific.
India specifically. Okay, so I'll firstly highlight the profiles. So CFA essentially is a course on portfolio management. Now they have introduced private wealth, private markets as the pathway. But still, the core is we learn all 10 subjects or all 9 subjects so that we can do portfolio management. It is essentially course on portfolio management. But because a portfolio is mixture of all the asset classes, you have to learn about everything from derivatives to equity to commodities, etc. Right? Now you can specialize into anything. After doing CFA, I can specifically work into derivatives or I can specifically work into consultancy equity research. So that way, lot of anything in finance you can do, other than few very specific niche, let's say that is quants heavy. So quants is taught to us, but it's not taught to that extent. But otherwise, you can do anything in finance. And like specifically all the metros you can make a really good career. So whether it's Delhi NCR region, Bangalore, Mumbai, all the metro cities are in that are in India, you can make really good career. And a lot of students also pursue CFA to move abroad. So UAE, like very close to us, is really good market. Singapore, Hong Kong, really close to us, really good market. Then you can move to EMEA region, Europe region, UK region, or US, Canada, definitely the go-to place. So I think, and even Australia, like globally, it's recognized everywhere. So I don't think any country that you would want to work in, they are not recognizing CFA. There are few countries that CFA Institute don't conduct even their exams. I'm pretty sure you would also not want to work there. So globally, you can move anywhere. In India, also in any metro country, there is a big scope and increasing in tier two cities as well. So like let's say Indore, Jaipur, a lot of sub offices, branches of the larger corporates coming there. So there also a lot of candidates are able to find good balance between work life and like career progress.
Right. So if we talk about your personal experience, as you have FRM, completed FRM, CA, then CFA. So what was your biggest sacrifice that you would have to make regarding time, money, or it was something else?
I'll say definitely it is time. So like for me, doing any course for the time being, I don't try to complete it as like I want to do it in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year.
Okay.
I'll study 1.5 years, 2 years. I can pursue two courses parallelly, but I'll make sure every day consistently over 1 year, 2 year. Obviously, there will be some days where I'm on vacation, work doesn't permit, but that will be 10% of the days. 90% of the days I have devoted, okay, I'm going to pursue, let's say, if I have to start again, CFA level 1, I'll give it somewhere in end of 2026. Now this gives me 1.5 years. Now if in case something can go wrong, I have provision for it, right? So my approach is I give, like I want persistence and I do it continuously, bit by bit over the years.
Right.
So because of that, time has been the major factor, because if I'm persistently pursuing something, I have to do a lot of or go for small sacrifices. Though lately my family have also learned that he operates like this. He don't want to push anything at a great pace. He'll keep on digging something, and
Correct.
eventually he'll progress. So let's say if I have to do CFA or FRM, it will take me considerable amount of years. Looking at the other things also I have to manage at Quintedge and other things. So it is, for me, definitely it is time. But if some student is watching it, for them time is not a constraint mostly, right? No college is extremely intensive that you won't get, let's say, 1.5 hours for your studies.
Correct.
So for them, it should be like the aggression at which the pace that they can follow. So by the time they are out of college, they're able to complete at least one level of any program, CFA, FRM that they are targeting. But for me, it is time. And like I'll prefer doing it this way again if given the choice.
Right, right. So what we can say is like they should take their time but be persistent to it.
Yes,
Right.
it doesn't apply only to pursuing a course,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
If you want to build anything, you have to like 4 5
Correct.
years, so you have to devote.
Right. So have you met students who have paid the fees but never really showed up for the exam?
I have connected with few of them very recently.
Okay.
So I call it as last day fever or last week fever.
Okay.
Uh, if let's say on scale of 1 to 10, your health is average around 7. Last week of the exam, your body will find reasons to make you fall sick,
Correct.
or your body will give you signals that you're not prepared. So you have to firstly overcome that and tell your mind or body that I have to give this exam. But despite that, there are few candidates who, because of some last minute urgencies, health issues, etc., they are not able to give exam. Then they have to pay deferment fees, and there are like very maybe hardly one or two candidates I have met. They have done this stupidity that, sir, I have registered for exam, but I'm not prepared, therefore I'm not going to appear also in the exam. So they will be marked as absent. Generally I say, even if you're not prepared, go there and like maybe try your best. Out of 10 subjects you have done 2 3 4 subjects, right? Try your best. Maybe god is in your like luck is favoring you that day, and you might end up passing because you have to tick the correct option, number one. Number two, otherwise also, like what you learn in that 4 hours, 4.5 hours of time of being constantly monitored, time is running, you have to tick all the correct answers, then you are going to give exam next attempt. This will help you a lot. Like there was a candidate for CFA level 2 who recently cleared exam. He failed once. Then I asked him like what you did differently over this time, because the marks are significantly better. So he said, sir, last time I gave exam, but I was not able to complete exam. So I lost couple of marks there. Then there were few topics that I was lacking. So I prepared them well. I was not able to give mocks last time. I gave mock exams. I was not attending doubt solving session. Now you have seen I was consistent.
Okay.
All these things came to him because he decided, okay, he'll appear for exam despite of not being prepared. So if someone is planning to do this, still I'll suggest don't skip exam. Go and sit there for 4 hours. Do whatever best you can. Otherwise, if you have decided you will defer the exam,
Right.
then pay the deferral fees and move it to the next available attempt. But don't do this stupidity that you register but you don't give exam. Very rarely it happens, but I have seen it.
Right, right. On the same lines, what would be the most heartbreaking thing that you have seen CFA aspirants doing money wise? Like most heartbreaking money decision that CFA aspirant.
Okay, it's difficult to answer. Uh, I have one example. So it is a vicious cycle where you keep on reattempting the exam without changing your strategy, because there is a girl, she was a doctor, then she decided to go for CFA. She gave one exam, very like the way she approached the exams maybe is conditioned upon how she have prepared her medical exams and all.
Right.
She was not able to clear first attempt. She gave one more exam, very studious, very hardworking. She was not able to clear second time as well. Third time, she said, sir, I'm working very hard. like I do as like one should study, completing every mock, reading everything, solving questions. But something happens on exam day, I'm panicking, I lose control, I start seeing what if I don't clear the exam, how my future is going to turn out.
Okay.
And my career is good, like I'm a doctor, I'm doing good, I want to do it. One is because I failed, so I'm taking it as like in like I want to complete this as a goal. Another, I want to build career into finance, so despite of me having doctor's degree, I want to make career there. Then I asked her, what are the mistake, like what are the preparation strategy you are following, can you please tell me. So while doing this, she told me, sir, I skip reading books, I watch your lecture, solve mocks, and directly like go for the exams or practice questions, I don't revise. So in last 15-20 days, how do you go through 200 to 50 hours of videos, right?
Okay.
So she was skipping this. Then this time I said her, don't, if you don't want to watch video now, because it's not a movie that you keep on watching again and
Right.
you're getting entertained,
Hmm.
don't watch any video, just read the book, solve questions. And questions also, if in case you feel that I have solved more than enough questions for a particular chapter, revise that chapter multiple times rather than spending time in solving the question. And this time she was able to clear with decent enough marks. I'll not say it was, I'll not say that it was amazing marks, but it was like decent enough marks. She was able to compete, and now she have transformed totally and very confident about CFA level 2. So it is like she was repeating two mistakes again and
Right.
again, the same mistake again and again, and third time, until unless counseled, she would have given the exam same way.
Hmm.
So this kind of mistakes where you keep on repeating the same strategy and you expect the different results.
Correct. So the advice would be change the strategy, go for
Go for
counseling
counseling.
as and
Yes.
when needed. Do not hesitate.
Yes. So
Right.
like at Quintedge, I can say all
Yeah.
of us are available, right? I'm
Right.
available on call whenever
Correct.
like the call is scheduled. You
Yes.
guys are also available.
Yes.
So if in case you are here, so go for counseling.
Hmm.
If in whatever, like I'm assuming you have joined a very good institute
Right.
because you have done the research. So
Mhm.
whosoever have whatever institute you have joined,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure the trainer there or staff there is more than willing to help you.
Correct.
Tell them that there's a problem.
Mhm.
This mode of teaching, the way it has evolved, I'm not personally very satisfied with it,
Mhm.
but there is a gap between student and teacher. It keeps
Right.
on increasing because technology is involved,
Hmm.
student, like whatever is the reason.
Correct.
So try to be in personal touch of your teacher. There are, let's say there is a batch of 50 candidates,
Mhm.
10, 12 candidates, every session they will show up. And sometimes I also like, you don't have any doubt, but they say, sir, I want to attend because I want to make this discipline. But remaining, let's say, for out of it's 60, 70, 80% candidates, they will not attend the session until and unless they see a burning problem.
Hmm.
And then something, if in case that can go wrong, would have already gone wrong by that time. So
Correct.
be in frequent touch of your faculty and like take active counseling, discuss your strategies with him.
Okay. If a student is financially tight,
Hmm.
should they delay the preparation or just go with the preparation anyway?
Okay, so first of all, see if your financial means don't support the exam right now. Do not unnecessarily take loans and other things and go for exam, because if you're preparing under pressure, I don't think you'll be able to prepare the way you could have,
Right.
right? So I always suggest candidates start preparing and start collecting money. Whenever you have collected money
Hmm.
and you feel you are prepared, both the things should be ready. Money at in your one pocket and preparation in another pocket. If both the things are ready, then only like go for the exams. Now CFA Institute like expect students to know 6 months 7 months in advance uh, to register, then only they give early bird offers. So in that case I suggest like study for 2 3 months, be accustomed with the course. Now you know, okay, you have 7 8 months available before the exams. If you are done with 30% of the course and you are confident enough, you are taking a bet, most probably that will be in your favor.
Hmm.
So you can use that approach as well. So don't directly plunge into the exam, make a strategy, and preferably start preparing and then register. A lot
Okay.
of students and a lot of other fellow faculties have this opinion as well, until unless you pay you don't become serious.
Hmm.
But My suggestion generally is, if a student have to be serious about exam and his career, he will not wait for 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees payment. Anyways, as the time will pass, he will become serious. So it's
Right.
not, you should not pay first, in my opinion. Firstly prepare, and then you decide when you want to give exam. And whenever in doubt, simple formula is answer is the later attempt.
Right.
Every 3 months level 1 exams is happening. So if February or May, answer is May. May or August, answer is August. August or November, answer is November. Always go for the later attempt.
Hmm. So, as the discussion is
Hmm.
going on, so what I am able to get the insight is do not rush for taking the exam.
Yes.
Right. That is what you are hinting at, and I think this should be the takeaway.
Yeah.
Or I would like to ask, how long does it actually take to CFA pay back the amount spent
Okay.
and the sacrifices made?
I think sacrifices made, it depends person to person, right?
Right.
What you are sacrificing. So very difficult to answer. It's a very subjective thing. But amount you can easily make while you are preparing for CFA. So like there are hardly few courses that gives you that opportunity. Especially distance learning courses do it, but there are hardly few, very few distance learning courses that are rewarding like this, that you are preparing for exam and you are working, and by the time you are into second third year of your job, you have already made more than what you have already invested or what you will be investing.
Right. And if tomorrow the CFA fees is doubled, would you still recommend?
Okay, it's already quite high. So see, if I look at from CFA Institute's point of view, they're a US based organization where hourly rate is around 18-20 dollars. So in a
Right.
day you are making 150 $200 if you're working full time. So for them, $1,000 is maybe worst case scenario 1 month of savings, right? 1 month, 2 months of savings. For someone in India, it could be 1 year of savings, right? So my advice still will be to go for CFA, but will be to very targeted audience, because maybe some other programs will have higher ROI in comparison to CFA if the
Okay.
fees doubles.
Hmm.
But CFA Institute make sure, like whenever they are increasing fee, they always find a way to pass on some benefits. So
Okay.
like CFA Institute increased fees in last 2 years, but they've also added practical skill module, right? So they are charging more, but they are also trying to deliver more value. If you go to their website, they've said this, that we made changes in 2023. We have, like, they are also like the material that they are providing, it is also licensed from some another institute, right? So they have to pay the license fees. So at their end the cost have increased. They are trying to, like any business organization, they are trying to pass, right? So I don't think it's going to double, but if it doubles, then very targeted students can still be going for CFA. Otherwise, look for better See, I'm a finance guy. I
Yeah.
always suggest
Right.
the ROI, right?
Right.
So if in case it doubles and ROI doesn't make sense for you, then don't go for CFA. Otherwise, as of today, it's like really rewarding.
So, between money, effort, and patience, what's the biggest currency that a CFA aspirant puts in?
Okay, so I'll put money in one bucket and patience and efforts into same bucket, right? When you're putting efforts, you have to hold that patience of couple of months to years to get the reward. Out of this, the second bucket, efforts and patience, is the one uh, that I'll select.
Okay. So, finally, we are
Hmm.
like wrapping up.
Hmm.
If ROI is the theme,
Hmm.
what will be your honest verdict
Hmm.
on the real cost and
Okay.
return
Okay.
of CFA?
Okay. So return, like at two levels the returns operate. First is you get a recognition. So like when I, let's say, complete CFA program, or let's say student do it, or any professional qualification you achieve, for which you have devoted considerable amount of your youth, or like your young years, the kind of recognition that it can bring in, that is one reward. The day you become this, you feel like that journey was worth it. When
Right.
I did my CFA FRM, I felt the same way. Other than monetarily, it follows, but nowadays what I'm seeing is it's not more about uh, what qualification you have. World will be ready to reward you far more than what you have even imagined if you can add that much of or even more value, right? If I'm, let's say, as an organization, if I can make 1 lakh rupees because of you every month, I don't mind sharing 50,000 rupees with you, right? So it is like my advice will be always chase what you are good at. Money will eventually follow.
Right.
So in this case also, I'll say, like, if ROI is the theme, do like pursue your CFA, etc., whatever you want, but develop these skills like from the very first day. Why you will be a valuable asset to your employer, right?
Correct.
He will invest a couple of months training you. He'll give you the resources. Can you give him 2x 3x? If let's say you give him 2x 3x, he don't mind, let's say, increasing your salary or sharing profits, that will double your pay, right? So CFA ROI wise as of date is really good.
Yeah.
And even if over the year the fees is going to increase, I'm pretty sure the rewards also at the other end is increasing, right?
Right.
So it's not like cost is only increasing for CF Institute.
Correct.
For you also the rewards are increasing.
Right.
So you should definitely go for CFA, period.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. This was like really good conversation for me, and I believe everybody would have a lot of insights. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Welcome. Same here. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.